So I watched Sonic the Hedgehog and it was pretty bad, but not as bad as I was expecting it to be, which isn't saying a lot considering I expected it to be complete diarrhea and the movie was actually just shit. Now, I wouldn't exactly consider myself to be a Sonic fan. I grew up playing a couple of the games in the franchise, but I'm nowhere near the Sonic fan base.
Okay! That is it! This is the final straw! You guys are the ones that ruined Sonic for everyone! Can't you see that? I'm tired of all you pricks! I am so freaking mad! I am so freaking mad! I mean, you guys have officially made me lose my marbles!
Even if I was, I don't think it would really change my opinion about the film. Now, surprisingly, this isn't the worst movie I've seen this year, which it just might have been if they had kept that original design. Obviously, James Marsden is done being cast as the forgotten about supporting character because he is in the lead in this movie. I guess he only takes the lead in movies where his sidekick is a CGI creature of some sort. Just the fact that this movie focuses heavily on him on Earth instead of Sonic on the planets from the game just kinda underwhelms me. It feels very overdone to have a character from a game take a portal from their planet to Earth. It's just been done too many times. So right off the bat, the premise is terrible. Maybe that can be made up for if the character of Sonic is entertaining enough, and in a way, he is. The voice is good, and they stay true to the character as far as I can tell anyway. My favorite scenes of his were the dramatic ones because I found them to be just absolutely hilarious. He'll be like playing baseball with himself and then just stop, get super depressed out of nowhere and be like, I'm gonna be alone forever. Nobody loves me. It was kinda awesome. Especially because it's backed by an extremely dramatic orchestral soundtrack. The movie wanted you to take it so seriously, and I laughed every time it happened. So as far as characters go, I was definitely entertained by him a lot in the unintentionally funny scenes. The parts where they want you to laugh weren't funny at all. Sonic flosses twice in the movie. And all the great new movies have to have someone flossing, right? The only scene that was intended to be funny that actually made me chuckle a bit was one involving a turtle. Now, I've been talking about Sonic a lot, but he's not the only relic from the 90s that's being resurfaced for money. That's right, Jim Carrey plays Dr. Robotnik, the main antagonist who's on the hunt for Sonic. And I mean, who else would you call to track down a rare animal? I really expected his portrayal of Eggman to be the best part of the movie, but oh boy was I wrong. All of his humor felt extremely juvenile, and I was rather irritated every time he was on screen. His performance in this very much reminded me of his performance as the Riddler in that 90s Batman movie. Does anybody else remember that shit? It was so painful to watch. Maybe I'll review it one day. I don't know. Point is, I was really let down by his performance in this movie. Now, I get that this is a children's movie, so I'm not exactly the target audience, but that doesn't mean it can't appeal to me as well. There are kids' movies out there that I really love. Now, if I was a kid, I could see myself really liking this movie. 11-year-old me probably would have had a great time watching it, but unfortunately my brain has developed quite a bit since then, and I've found myself to be mostly just bored and annoyed. It was like every 5 minutes there was something new that logically made no sense at all. For example, during a lot of the action scenes where Sonic runs really fast, we see time slow down and everything from his perspective, kind of like an X-Men Days of Future Past, and I mean, that was pretty cool, I guess. But at one point in the movie, Dr. Robotnik gets a hold of one of Sonic's magic quills, and he puts this quill into his ship, and now he can keep up with Sonic, because this quill gives Jim Carrey the ability to move as fast as he does. But what I don't get is how Dr. Robotnik's brain is able to process information that quickly. Like, it's his ship that's going this speed, you know? He should probably immediately crash into a building. Also, there's a scene where Sonic gets a sticky grenade stuck to his hand for a solid 15 to 20 seconds, and all I could think the entire time was just take off your glove. The only possible explanation is that they wrote this scene for the original design, and then after redesigning and giving him gloves, they made no other changes to the movie. Actually, now that I think of it, that's probably exactly what happened. There was a lot of distracting product placement too, like they kept talking about Olive Garden and going to Olive Garden, Never once did they go to Sonic. I kept waiting for them to use that as a clever little product placement moment, but it never happened. Yeah, I didn't really like this movie, but we're probably gonna get like a whole universe now. This will probably cross over with Detective Pikachu, which I also didn't like. They'll make a Shadow the Hedgehog movie, a Mario Brothers, a Legend of Zelda, and before you know it, they'll copy the Avengers and make like Super Smash Brothers or something. God, this sounds terrible. So Sonic the Hedgehog was better than most video game movies, but still proof that they are not good yet. I would not recommend this movie to anybody with a mature taste in film, but if you find yourself enjoying stuff like Detective Pikachu or Hop, then you'll probably like this one. I did not, but I still wasn't as annoyed in this as I was while watching Birds of Prey. I'm gonna give Sonic the Hedgehog a 4 out of 10. It's closer to a 3 than a 5.